Thank you for joining today's Avinode Broker webinar, where we will review some of the features that come included with your starter membership. My name is Itziar, and I'll be today's webinar host. My colleague Carolina will be the moderator. We're both part of the customer onboarding team, and we're very excited to have you on board. Today, we will go over how to search for aircraft and send requests, how to manage those requests in trips buying, and how to get extra exposure with Tripboard. If you have any questions along the way, feel free to ask them through the message box located on the right-hand side of your screen, and we will get back to you once this webinar is complete. We will also have a little pop quiz midway through the webinar, and at the end, you'll be able to give us a rating. When you first log into Avinode, you're going to come across Avinode and industry-related news. On the right-hand side, you'll have access to your account manager's contact information. Right above, you can click on Academy to access our help section with useful video tutorials and articles to help get you started. I'm going to go ahead and run an aircraft search. This is how brokers and other charter operators are going to search for aircraft. You can search for a one-way, a round trip, or a multi-leg. If you've been running searches during the day, you can select recent trips to select what search you want to run again. I'm going to go ahead and run a one-way search from Teterboro, New Jersey to Poplar Bluff, Missouri. You can select the departure or the arrival date, the time, local or UTC, the number of passengers, and the minimum category. So by selecting, say, mid-sized jets, I'll get aircraft results for mid-sized jets or anything greater. If I select light jet, I'll get aircraft results for light jets or anything greater. I'll go ahead and select light jet and click on search. This will take us to our available results page. I want to point out that if there's any empty legs that might be available for this trip, you can select this empty legs tab. Some of the operators will price the empty legs and others will not. On the left-hand side, you'll notice that some of the empty leg results will have a little green check mark next to it. This means that the operator has verified their empty legs in the last 5 days, so chances are that they're still available. Now I'm going to go back to the available results. I want to walk you through some of the filters that we have located here on the left-hand side. The first one is the air ambulance filter. If you're looking for an Aero Medevac trip, you can select this air ambulance filter on the top. Right below, you have takeoff ready. Takeoff ready allows you to search for aircraft that are cleared and ready for charter in the next 96 hours with crew ready to go. If you're looking for an ASAP trip, this is a great filter to use.
Oh, I have one question.
Sure.
Is there a way to filter on amenities, for example, Wi-Fi?
Yes, right below on the filter options, you'll have an access to an amenities filter. If you click on that, you can select some of the Wi-Fi options. So these are operators that are saying they have specific amenities on their aircraft. I'm now going to move over to the top, and I want to walk you through a few other things that might be useful to know. If you need more information on a particular aircraft, you can just click somewhere along the line, and you can get the aircraft's basic information, photos, amenities if they have them listed, the itinerary, and the seller contact information in case you want to reach out to them. Also, you'll notice that some of the operators have this little lightning bulb next to the operator name. This means that the operator has responded within our recommendations for the response statistics. If you want to see one operator's response statistics, you can click on their company name, and you can scroll down to the right-hand side. And these are the response statistics. The first one that we show is a response rate, which is the percentage of requests that the operator has received and responded to. The next one is the median response time, which is how fast they're responding to those requests. We recommend that they don't take longer than 45 minutes. Again, this operator is responding within our recommendations. The last statistics that we monitor is the price accuracy, which is how likely they are to respond to a request with a price that is less than or equal to the Avinode generated price. So this is a great one to know also. as you will get like an idea as to how likely they are to respond to the price that Avinode shows here. At this point, you can go ahead and select the operators that you want to send a request to. I'm going to go ahead and select 3. Then you click on the Send Request button, where you come up with this final confirmation page where you're able to update the trip name, which by default we save to the itinerary. And you can write a message to these operators. So if you want to share more information, you have any questions, you can go ahead and type them here prior to sending off the request.
How about that post to Tripboard checkbox?
Oh yes, if you're trying to give extra exposure to your trip, you can select Post to Tripboard, and what that will do is it will not only send the request to these 3 operators, but it will also post it on our bulletin board. So it gives extra exposure to your trip, since any operator that might be able to do this trip based on where their aircraft is positioned will get a notification. So it's again just a good option if you're giving extra exposure to a trip that you're looking for. So at this point, once you're done with the search, selecting your operators, you can go ahead and click on Send Request, and you have officially sent the request to the operator. I'm going to quickly show you Tripboard since we're on that note. And if you click on Search Tripboard, this is the internal bulletin board with lists of needs. So anytime you select the Tripboard option, what Avinode will do is it will scan that trip, and it will scan all of our operators' aircraft availability and positioning. And again, it will send them a match notification if it ends up being a trip that they can pick up. I'm now going to move over to the empty leg search. This is where you can search all the empty legs that are currently posted on Avinode. We have different tabs for the region that you're looking for. So if we select the Americas, you'll notice that we currently have 5,853 empty legs available. If you want to refine the empty leg search, maybe you're looking for an empty leg that's starting in Teterboro. You can go ahead and do so. You don't always have to put the 2. You can select the 2 or the from or both. Then here you can update the number of passengers, the date that your end client's looking for this empty leg. And if you have some flexibility, you can go ahead and select that and click on Search. As you can see, now we have 227 empty legs available for the search that you're looking for. If you're interested in one of these empty legs, you can click on the little play button on the right-hand side of each empty leg, and it'll send you to this page where you can write a message to the operator and then click on Send Request, letting them know that you're interested on this empty leg. All right, before we proceed to the next part of this webinar, we have a little pop quiz for you all, and you'll see in about 10 seconds a little poll appear on the right-hand side of your screen, which is what you can use to submit your answer. The question is, what is a takeoff ready filter useful for when searching for a trip that is a day out? You have 2 options that you can select from, so I'll give it a few seconds to give you all a chance to participate. All right, and the answer is viewing operators that are promoting their ASAP availability with crew ready to go. So this is a great filter to use when you're looking for ASAP trips. In this next section of the webinar, we're going to go over trip spying, which is where you can manage all the trip requests that you have sent out. You can also filter a trip that you sent by the trip ID or the salesperson if you have a sales team. On the left-hand side, anytime there's an update on one of your trips or it's a new trip request, you'll see this little green bar next to it. If we want more information on a particular trip, click somewhere along the line, and you'll be always able to see the trip ID, the requested itinerary. You're able to see the operators that have accepted or unanswered, or those that have declined. If you want more information on a particular operator for this trip, you can click somewhere along the line, and you're actually able to message back and forth with that operator if you have any questions. You can also see again their aircraft photos, the itinerary, and the seller contact information. If you want to review some of the operator's aircraft side by side, you can select one by one and go to the aircraft tab and just see some of the differences. If you want to see the final price that the operator has responded to, you can see it here, or if you click on that particular operator, you can see the aircraft that it was for, the confirmed price, and those aircraft that they might have not been able to use for this trip. At this point, Avinode is a sourcing tool. So once you receive an accepted response from an operator, we always recommend reaching out to them out of the system just to try to close the deal.
So what if the end client isn't interested anymore? Is there a way to cancel the trip?
Yes, you can always select this cancel trip button, and what Avinode will do is it will notify all the operators that you send a request to for this trip that you're no longer interested in it. We are now approaching the end of the training. Are there any other questions that I can help you with?
Yeah, I actually have one final question. So if I want to update my company information, such as address, where should I do that?
Sure, you can always update your company information by going under Company. If you click on this Edit button, it'll allow you to update your company address, your phone number, emails, company website, and you can also update your logo. Thank you for joining today's webinar. If you have a Broker Advanced membership, please make sure to check out our Academy section to watch our short video tutorials to help get you started. You can also click on the button that will appear on the right-hand side, and that will take you directly to the Trip Manager videos. If you have any questions, please email us at support@avinode.com or call us at one of the phone numbers located on the screen. Thank you and have a great day.